Being joined by Sapphire. Now this is game 5 between Rake, the Protoss player, and Elwar, the Terran player who's actually random, but he's got Terran this game. Now this is the ace match, so Scrap Station, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be decided here. Elwar started so strongly with those opening 2 games. He looked like he was going to have his way with Rake, but Rake has won the last 2 games consecutively, forced this into an ace match in this best of 5, so this is all on the line here. The first game we cast was Elwar spawning as Terran, and he played that really nice, really solid passive Terran, where he was not interested in making any pushes. He just wanted to fortify his expansion and just slowly move out. But that was on Metalopolis, and this is Scrap Station, so it doesn't really favour that passive play. So I'm not quite sure what Elwar's strategy is going to be. Once again, he's going for this very close building. He's not interested in taking his ramp. He did that when he was Terran before, so he's just not interested in defending his ramp, but he made such good use of his unit positioning last time that it didn't really matter. He was able to deny scouts and defend the ramps so well, so even though he plays with the wide open choke, he seems to be able to handle it quite well. And once again, we're seeing this very, very early scout from Rake, which kind of ensures him against any kind of cheese or proxy rush, because he does see the barracks going up in his base, and he can do a little bit of probe harassment if he so chooses, or maybe he'll just set his probe into breakdancing like we saw last game.
Yeah, he's going to get all this scouting, and this SCV is going to chase him all over the place, but that probe is not going to be caught for the moment. Meanwhile, I mean, he looks like Rake will just be walling off his ramp too, so he'll actually have that one covered while his Elwar's SCV does go around. An assimilator there, so very standard stuff. It looks exactly like the other games right now, so we'll have to see if there's anything different. Maybe another proxy pylon rush, or maybe you might see that mothership on battleships, so we'll have to see battle cruisers.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I want to see battle cruisers and nukes. Just a nuke rush would just satisfy me so much. So hopefully we'll see that, but wouldn't hold my breath. Interestingly, again, Rake is going for this super fast secondary gas, so he just loves these gas-based builds. Kind of throws his opponent off because he doesn't know if he's going to tech or just go these gateway-heavy units, and favouring Stalker Sentry with the additional gas that he gets on the line so fast. And Elwar does deny that scout. I assume he's going to position his units on this ramp like he did last game that he spawned his Terran, and just strong pointed this ramp. But with Scrap Station, this ramp is much, much bigger. The Metalopolis ramp is half the size, so it was much easier for him to position Marines and be able to hold that choke, whereas this one's going to be a little bit more difficult because it's so wide open and he's chosen not to wall. So I'm not quite sure what Elwar's plan is at this point, but Rake just seems to be going with his tried and true method, getting the slow gates up after that fast Psychor and super fast warp gate research with the second assimilator coming online. So it looks like same old from Rake, whereas I'm not sure what we're going to see from Elwar, who's getting a third barracks and second barracks and a factory. Pay attention, Seth. And yeah, he's getting his factory online here. So not quite sure what Elwar's going to transition to. This is Scrap Station, so he must suspect that Rake is going to go for this early aggressive move that we saw last game. So I'm not sure what his answer is going to be.
The robotics facility going down for Rake, so he is changing it up a tiny bit. We'll have to see if he goes Immortals or Colossi. We'll have to check that out. He's got the waypoint straight to the other base, so he is looking to be aggressive with this when he does have it up and running. But at the moment, Elwar really doesn't know, of course, this is happening at the moment, so he'll have to react very, very quickly depending what it is, because early Colossi could be very, very dangerous. Meanwhile, this factory is about to start pumping something out. You would assume it would be siege tanks, but we really don't know just yet. So it's just a very tentative time of this game right now.
Yeah, and good little play here by Elwar taking these rocks. He did get a little bit behind it last time when Rake was able to open up those rocks on blistering sand. So yeah, good decision putting that supply depot there. It is a little bit vulnerable to a walk by that they can pick up and then knock your supply down a little, but I like the choice there. Siege tanks coming out for Elwar without siege tank research. Don't like this decision. He's queued up a second factory without getting siege tank research on, which would actually, he'd have the minerals for if he didn't queue up that second tank. So interesting choice. He must be suspecting something a little bit Nefarious coming here, and we are seeing that very, very fast Observer coming from Rake, which I like that choice. I like that the Observer comes out first, as opposed to getting that early advantage of like super fast Immortal out. He's gone to get all this scouting information, seeing exactly what Elwar's doing. Still no siege tank research, which I think is a bit of a mistake here, and a starport going down. So we may actually see possibly a fast medevac drop here, and scrap station with this close air distance. These drops are super favourite. I know Terrans just love the fact that they can hang out by this abandoned dropship down